Words of Radiance is the second book in the Stormlight archive. Kaladin, Dalinar, and Shallan still serve as the main characters, and the flashback sequences belong to Shallan Devar, the only daughter of Bright Lord Lyn Devar. Shallan's childhood was not ideal, and her refusal to remember and accept her past has deep, lasting psychological repercussions. In a bout of self-defense, Shallan had summoned a shard blade at an early age and killed her mother and her mother's lover. Over the years, Lyn Devar kept his daughter's secret but became progressively abusive and unstable until the day he killed his second wife and almost killed his son Balat. But Shallan once again stepped in to protect her brother, poisoning and killing her father. At present, Jasnah and Shallan are aboard a ship, the Wind's Pleasure, sailing to the Shattered Plains to meet up with the rest of Jasnah's family, along with Shallan's newly betrothed, Adeling, when they are attacked by assassins. Jasnah is stabbed through the heart, and Shallan uses her new soul-casting abilities to sink the boat. Thankfully, Shallan survives. She and her cryptic Spren pattern bond over the coming weeks. As they travel across the land on foot, Shallan begins to explore the reaches of her Stormlight abilities. After finally arriving at the Shattered Plains, conning Kaladin out of his boots, and meeting her betrothed Adeling, she lightweaves herself a disguise and infiltrates the Ghostbloods, the secret organization that attacked her ship and assassinated Jasnah. Kaladin, the surgeon turned slave turned soldier, is now serving, along with the rest of Bridge 4, as guard for Dalinar Kholin, the new High Prince of War. Dalinar continues to have these ominous visions that seem to be counting down to the final desolation. Nevertheless, Dalinar is working his hardest to help King Elhokar turn around the kingdom and win the war against the Parshendi. Though Kaladin's situation has vastly improved, he is still struggling with depression. He's particularly affected because Dalinar is an associate, if not friend, of Amaram, the man that was responsible for betraying and enslaving Kaladin years before. During this time, Dalinar's son Adeling is actively dueling to get Shard Blade and Shard Plate from problematic nobles. The ultimate goal of his strategy is to ensure that Adeling is able to ask a boon of the king and duel High Prince Sadius as revenge for his betrayal in the previous book. After winning many of these duels, Adeling finds himself in a full disadvantage fight against 4 Shard Bearers. His younger brother Renarin tries to help but is unsuccessful. With just a spear, Kaladin enters the fray. Skillfully using his Stormlight, Kaladin is able to help turn the fight. Upon winning, Adeling immediately requests a fight with Sadius, but Kaladin, allowing his passion to take over, makes an illegal request to fight Amaram. He is consequently thrown into jail. While in jail and at his lowest, Kaladin determines that King Elhokar is unfit to lead and joins in on a plot with his fellow bridgeman, Moash, to kill the king. Unfortunately, Kaladin has lost his connection to Syl due to his involvement with the plot to assassinate the king. With Dalinar's vision countdown clock approaching 0, he sets out to fight the Parshendi. While he's gone, Moash sets in motion the assassination plot against the king. Although he's been conflicted this entire time, Kaladin arrives just in time to stop the assassination attempt. He swears the third ideal: I will protect even those I hate so long as it is right. Syl returns and becomes his Shard Blade. Imbued with Stormlight, Kaladin defeats Moash and his assassins. On the war front, the Parshendi have taken on a strange new form, summoning the Everstorm. At the worst time possible, Szeth, the assassin in white, shows up to kill Dalinar. Kaladin, using his new and improved Stormlight abilities, has flown to the Shattered Plains, arrives just in time, rescues Dalinar, and fights Szeth, ultimately winning the bout. During the battle against the Parshendi, Shallan and her team find the Oath Gate, and using her Shard Blade, she is able to activate the portal and transport the entire Alethi army to the legendary city of Urithiru. In the finale, the Knights Radiant are revived. Dalinar bonds with the Stormfather and becomes a bondsmith. Kaladin has shown his abilities as a windrunner. Shallan has demonstrated her abilities as a lightweaver, and Renarin reveals himself as a truth watcher. In the final pages of Words of Radiance, Adeling confronts Sadius and gets his revenge by stabbing Sadius in the eye. Szeth encounters Nail, one of the 10 heralds returned, and receives from him a special sword called Nightblood. The story closes by showing us that Yasna Kholin is very much alive, and she's on her way to join the Knights Radiant in Urithiru.